Good morning. Okay, so first of all, what the heck is all this traffic noise? we, I'm so excited. We're moving up to Boulder in about 2 months. We're actually signing a lease today on a new place, and it is so quiet up there compared to this. So I cannot wait to be out there to experience the peace of being in the Flatirons, mountains. Anyways, I feel like I'm gonna get run over by a car here. So I want to talk about why your content sucks. Because honestly, most people's content sucks. Most coaches' content sucks. Most of my content has sucked for a really long time. And I feel like just recently, and I've been in business online I've been building online business for almost 20 years now. I sold over $1 million of coaching. I've been doing this for a long time. And I can tell you, relatively recently, I feel like I unlocked how to actually create really good content. And so much of it is in direct opposition to probably most of the things that you've ever learned about marketing and copywriting and selling online. Most of the things that well-meaning, well-intentioned business coaches like me share with you to try to get you, to sell more stuff or to be more successful. And honestly, most of it just sucks and it doesn't really work. So here are some of the most common reasons your content sucks. Number one, probably the biggest thing, is you write to market instead of to connect. Imagine going out on a date with someone whose purpose is to say the right things so that you sleep with them. That is what most marketing is and how most people market themselves online. And they wonder why people don't want to read their stuff. Here's the thing, obviously we're all here to make money. We're in business. But the fundamental purpose of your copy, and this was something I learned from a mentor that I really like. Her name's Simone Grace Soul. I think that's how you pronounce her name. She talks about this idea that the fundamental purpose of copy is actually not to convert. The conversion is a byproduct from connection, from intimacy, from someone feeling like they can trust you because you've shown up in a way that's human, in a way that builds an honest, authentic connection with them, in a way that creates true, meaningful value in their life. The conversion is secondary to that. And so I think one of the biggest things that's getting in the way for so many coaches, and I will throw myself into the hat here too, because I think I've taught in a way in the past, and even some of our trainings and our programs are kind of a relic of an old model or old way of thinking for me, that's really conversion focused. It's how do we write the thing to get them to do the thing or to get them one step closer to want to buy from us? And if that's how you're writing, you're just going to turn people off. That doesn't mean you don't sell, by the way. It doesn't mean you don't talk about your offers and what you do. It doesn't mean you don't talk about many of the beliefs that we teach inside belief-based messaging. All of the same frameworks that we teach apply, but the intention behind how you show up needs to shift away from how do I write the post to get the client, how do I say the thing that's going to get them to buy, to how do I build an honest, authentic, real human connection and relationship with the people in my world. That's number one. Number two, your stuff is super preachy. So here's the thing, people don't want to be taught. They don't want to be taught. They don't want to be preached at. They don't want to hear your content where you talk about when we do these things in our careers. I see this all the time. I used to do this too a lot, and I'm unprogramming myself from doing this. Don't use the word we in your copy. I and you have a personal conversation, just like when I'm talking to you right now. I am not broadcasting this message to the world. It's you and me having a friendly chat while I'm on a walk. That's what's going on right now. And so get out of preaching mode. Get out of I'm just going to teach concepts and speak from what's alive for you right now. The reason I'm sharing this with you is because I feel like I am in this stage in my business where I am I feel like I've completely jumped levels. Massive up level. And I'm seeing firsthand the impact of actually applying the things that I'm sharing with you in this video. It has been night and day. I have never experienced more engagement on my content. I've never experienced more people reaching out to us, just being like, tell me where to pay you. Like, I'm ready to sign up. Let's go. Like this is what's happening as a result of integrating these pieces. So this is why I'm so excited to share this with you. It's not just like some bland, boring, generic thing. This is alive, so get out of preaching mode and start sharing from your truth, and also the way that you talk about what you do, instead of just concepts. What if you were to introduce things in storytelling mode? Share a story about your life. For example, this morning I sent out an email to our list, and it was inspired by, I was sitting in my office, and my dog Boomer, cutest dog ever, by the way, you've probably seen it on some of my videos, he pokes his head around the corner of my door, and he just cocks his head, and he's like, I kind of want to hang out with you. That was the energy that I got. And so I was like, come on in, and I just had this moment where I was experiencing that moment, and I was like, this is what selling is about. This is what it means to sell in a coaching business. This is how you sell. And most people, the reason why they hate selling is because they feel like they have to sell in a way that's completely out of integrity with who they really are. Because some, bro marketing business coach, well-intentioned by the way, but just, at a lower level of consciousness, taught them to sell in a way that feels like crap, where they got to manipulate people and they got to hype on their pain points and, hype the cost of inaction, use countdown timers and all this scarcity to twist somebody's arm to get them to buy something. And then they wonder why they hate it. That's not sales. That's not the highest level of sales. Sales actually gets to be a lot of fun when you get out of the way and you sell like this. And my message was how would you invite your dog to come in? I that's the energy of really good invitations in a business. So I could have just come on a video and said, here's a concept I want to teach you about sales. When you're selling, it's very important that you don't, twist people's arms. And guys, so much of your content that I'm reading, so much of my content that I used to share was like this. And it's boring. It's not alive. People don't read that. So telling stories, sharing the things you're afraid to say. This is a big one. I sent out an email earlier, I think last week, talking about how I cut 80% of our business and we no longer work with brand new coaches who haven't signed any clients because they weren't getting results in our program. I was really afraid to say that. I've been afraid for months to acknowledge the fact that some of my clients don't get results. That is an edgy thing for me as a business coach, where most of marketing is about painting this idea that you step into these programs and everyone crushes it and look at these amazing client results. But come on, we all know investing involves risk. This is not a sure thing. Running a business is unpredictable, all the things. Anyways, me acknowledging that, me sending out that email and just sharing the thing that was edgy for me, I got so many people reaching out to me saying can I hire you? As a result of me telling people that a large group of our clients that we're no longer choosing to work with, the reason why we're not working with them anymore is because they weren't getting results. So when you share the thing that you're afraid to say, what you do is you create safety for somebody else. You become a safe place for somebody else to invest, because they feel connected to you on a human level. They feel like they can trust you because you're not playing the BS marketing games that everybody else is. You're trying to present this perfect image and perfect picture like you got everything together when you don't. So that's the second thing. Number 3, here's a good one too. This is a big one that's changed for me recently too. I used to time block out all my content creation. I used to have an hour on my calendar where I would create all my content for the week or whatever. And my content sucked. And the reason it sucked is because creativity doesn't happen like that. Creativity does not happen on demand at 9 a.m. every Thursday. Creativity happens when you feel inspired to share something. When you feel like you have that moment, just like I had in the morning, when I was sitting there and I looked at my dog And I was like, oh, I have this great idea about a piece of content that I could share. That was not scheduled. That was not time blocked. And so, I've been using this analogy to explain this lately. It's like, imagine if you're dating someone and you were to say, okay, love of my life, I'm going to text you every morning at exactly 9 a.m. with the 3 things that I'm going to tell you for the day. And we're going to have a conversation for like 10 minutes, and then that's it. That is the equivalent of time blocking your content creation. So my suggestion, and this is what I've been doing lately, it works so much better, is let go of that if you are time blocking. I'm not saying there isn't value in time blocking for certain things, but when it comes to content creation, it's about having a relationship with your people, which means you share something when you have something to say, and getting out of this mode of like, I need to create content. Creating content, I actually think the phrase creating content is hilarious, because that is not what it is. That is, if you think you're creating content, like if I were going on this video right now being like, my job is to create this content, it would be terrible. You'd be like, I don't want to watch this. Like, people don't want to be created content at. They want to step into intimacy and relationship with you as a human being. So what you have to do is you got to drop the time blocking. You got to drop the idea that your job in your business is to create content, and start stepping into true relationship and intimacy with your audience, which is scary, which requires vulnerability, which requires you to trust your own intuition. You have something to share and something to say it. Okay. That's pretty much all I got. I'm going to get off my high horse now. So which one of these things resonated with you? I'd love to hear. Leave a comment down below. And let's like reclaim the content creation process together. Let's claim a more human, more authentic, more natural, honestly, just better way of connecting with our audience. And by the way, the byproduct of this is not just that it feels better, but you also make a lot more money too. So this is not like incompatible with like all the things that you want in your business. This is actually like the way to create more of the results that you actually want. Okay, I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of my walk.